I'm Larry Fedoruk, and this is I Was 8. The true stories of growing up in a small Canadian prairie town. Take your seats. The game is about to begin.
I Was 8, The Lost Episodes. Number 10, Baseball.
I sucked at sports. I didn't want to suck at sports. I wanted to be good at sports, but I had no athletic ability whatsoever. Well, hold on. I could run really fast, but we didn't really have track and field in the little grades at school. And you might be saying, well, Larry, being a fast runner can be a valuable asset in a variety of other athletic pursuits. Well, yeah, that may be true, but that talent alone doesn't necessarily guarantee victory.
Hello, Chevrolet Corvair. This is Sporty Sporkison. It's a great day for football. The Indian Phillip at quarterback, Rolly Master lined up left, Fedoruk lined up right. It's the snap. Phillip rolls right. Fedoruk is wide open. It's the perfect pass, and it hits Fedoruk right in the head. Bounces right into the arms of the defender. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown. They celebrate in the end zone. Fedoruk is on the ground holding his head. What a play.
Okay, Larry, you can't catch the football. Next play, we'll just hand off the ball to you and you can run really fast for a touchdown.
Oh, and it's a fumble. Oh, picked up by the defender. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown.
Yeah, see what I mean about the running? You needed a few other basic football skills in order for the speedy running to be effective. Same with road hockey. I could run fast, but not with the ball, or I would trip over my own stick. Okay, Fedoruk, can you just stand in the net? Try and let the ball hit you. Okay, can't do that either. I still played all those games with the other kids. Main reason, we were a small town, not a ton of kids. We needed bodies. So even if you sucked, you were still on a team for road hockey or football in the park near the church. I'd be picked last. But, I was in the game. At age 8, I started to fall in love with baseball. At first, mostly on TV. The pace of it suited me. You could be watching baseball, go outside for an hour, come back, and nothing had happened. I already had a ball glove. I had dabbled in the game. I couldn't catch or throw too well, or hit. But when I missed the ball, I could run really fast chasing after it. What I noticed about the game on TV was that you could stand out in left field and have no contact with the ball or even other players for like an hour. That was my kind of game. Although personally, I would have brought some comic books out there to help pass the time. Hey, go stand out in left field for like an hour. Hey, what did you do today, Larry? I played baseball. We didn't have a lot of pickup baseball games in town. Again, small town, usually not enough kids. Instead, we played versions of baseball. One of our favorites was a combination of baseball and cricket. In a way, we called it bat and ball. Ever play this? You could play with like 5, 6, 10 kids. Baseball rules applied. You had a pitcher, catcher, batter, and a first baseman. Other kids took spots in the field of their choice. Batter had to hit the ball. Then he had to run to first base and back home safely to score a run. During the same hit, if he hit it far enough, he could run to first and back again for another run, and so forth. Kind of like cricket. Caught fly ball was an out at first, tagged at home, that was an out, 3 strikes, out, 3 outs. Next kid came up in a rotation that was predetermined. At the end of the day, the kid with the most runs wins. Bat and ball. I never won, but I really enjoyed being out in left field. The other baseball-based game we played was called 500. We picked a batter, and then everyone else was out in the field. The batter hit the ball to us. If you caught a fly ball, you got 100 points. Caught a ball on 1 bounce, 75 points. 2 bounces, 50 points. All other grounders, 25 points. First kid to 500 wins and becomes the batter. A lot of strategy here. If you had a good batter who could hit long fly balls, you played deep, tried to catch the big 100-point shots. If the batter wasn't very good, you played up close, up front. Tried to catch a lot of grounders at 25 points each. A crucial rule, if you tried to catch a ball and missed it, now you had to have touched it or it touched you, you lost the number of points consistent with the ball you were trying to catch. Fly ball, 100 points down, one bouncer, 75, etc. And there was no calling it. Every man for himself, so it often became a contact sport. Also, you had to hit 500 exactly. If you accidentally went over, you went back to 0. Since I couldn't catch well, I played well back, so when the ball went over everyone's head, I could run really fast and chase after the 25-point grounders. I was also good at math. So with bat and ball and 500, we honed our baseball skills. Well, not me that much, but other kids. And again, there was TV baseball, all good. Of course, who can't leave well enough alone? The grown-ups. Mr. and Mrs. Nosy None of Your Beeswax. They decided us kids needed organized baseball teams. Official teams with caps and uniforms and practicing. And we'd play other towns around us. Other towns where their grown-ups had the same stupid idea. 2 sets of teams, all boys, 13 and up, and ages 8 to 12. That didn't seem fair. I mean, me and my friends were all scrawny 8-year-olds. I knew 12-year-olds who were taller than Dad. They shaved and drove a car. What are the chances an 8-year-old with my skill set, nothing, would make the team? Larry's good at math and drawing. The more I watched baseball on TV, the more I wanted to make the team. I made a major decision. I think I could make the team as a pitcher. The pitcher was the opposite of hanging around in left field reading comic books. The pitcher was the workhorse of the team. Nothing happened until the pitcher threw the ball. As poor as I was at sports, recently my throwing had improved. If I just practiced all spring, by the time the baseball tryouts happened in summer, I could be the pitcher on the team. We had a nice long backyard, the old garage at the back of the property. I looked up in the encyclopedia how far it was in baseball between the pitcher and the home plate. 60 feet, 6 inches, oh man! I'd have to use my bike to get the ball that far. Wait. Says here, in Little League, it's only 46 feet. Still a long way, man. I went to the backyard, paced out 46 feet. Took a black crayon and drew a circle on the garage wall that I estimated to be the size of the strike zone. I got my red, white, and blue rubber ball, we called them sponge balls, and started practicing my pitching. I used the sponge ball because it would bounce right back to me, saved a lot of time. I got to the point where I could throw the ball to the middle of the circle every time. I was an ace. Hey, you guys, can you start calling me ace? No. Okay. Baseball tryouts finally came. The big kids had to go to the high school diamond. The rest of us were at my little kids' school diamond. Our coach, however, was a high school teacher, Mr. Klemp. And the first thing he told us was, since only 13 kids showed up, we had all made the team. Yay, I'm on the baseball team. Coach asked what position we thought we might be good at. Pitcher, I said. Well, maybe you'll be our backup, Larry, because we already have a pitcher. Ferlin Sobchak, a 12-year-old farm kid, shaved, drove a car. He could throw the ball so hard and fast, no one on the rest of our team could even hit it, even Coach Klemp. Well, that'll be good, because when we play other teams and they can't hit it, then no one will know what a crappy fielder I am. Hurlin Ferlin, the coach called him. We just started calling him Hurly Furly. He threw the ball to me once, it hit me in the glove, and my hand hurt for 2 days. Baseball practices were fun, kind of like a combination of bat and ball and 500. Coach Klemp taught us how to throw and catch better, and he helped me learn how not to close my eyes when I swung the bat. He also noted that I could run really fast. We were pretty decent, and we had hurly-furly. The uniforms arrived, and we had a light practice while we were wearing them, a light practice, so that we wouldn't get them dirty. 'Cause in a week from Thursday, we'd be playing in a baseball tournament in town, with teams coming in from other towns: Cudworth, Yellow Creek, Alvina, Tway, Dormy, Hoey, and Smuts. By the way, all actual names of towns in the area. Look it up. The little kids would play 2 games on Thursday and the big kids on Friday. Then the finals would be on Saturday. Little kids in the morning, big kids in the afternoon. There'd be a trophy, and their pictures would be in the paper. Well, if we won. We drew the team from Tway for our morning game. Wow, they had kids bigger than hurly-furly. I played left field. No one hit the ball to me the entire game. I struck out twice, but also got walked once, ended up scoring a run. We won 11-8. Coach told us to be back at 2 and don't eat too much for lunch, he said. I remember that so well because normally I'd have a big lunch with a Pepsi and some candy if I had it. But I was an athlete now. I owed it to my team to eat healthy. No one was home, so I fashioned my own lunch. 2 pieces of lettuce and a glass of water. Worst lunch ever. I remember just sitting at the kitchen table in my uniform, hating it. But I was doing it for the team. Smuts had beat Hoey, Dormy dominated Yellow Creek, and Cudworth edged out Alvina. We drew Cudworth for the second game. We win this, and we take on Smuts or Dormy on the finals on Saturday. When I got back to the diamond, everybody's head was kind of hung low. Coach Klemp told us that when some of the kids got back to the diamond, Herlin Furlin and another kid took 2 baseball bats to have a pretend sword fight. Furlin got hit with the bat and his finger was broken. He's at the hospital. Larry, he said, I remember you told me that you were a pitcher and you practice pitching all the time. You'll have to be our starting pitcher for the next game. The teams were called to the field. There I was, on the mound, the star of the show. It was all on me. We win, we're off to the finals. Cudworth up to bat. The catcher walked up to the mound and put the ball in my glove. Go get him, he said, and walked back behind the plate. Wow, he seems far away. Much farther than the black circle on the garage wall. And this baseball seems harder and much heavier than my sponge ball. Well, but never mind. You can do this. You've practiced. You had that power lunch. Your friends are counting on you. Batter up. I went into my wind-up, released the ball, and there it was, flying toward the middle of the strike zone for about 15 feet. Then it arced quickly downward, hit the ground, rolled another 20 feet right across the plate. Ball 1. That's okay, Larry, yelled Coach Klemp. Shake it off, shake it off. Yeah, okay, Coach. I don't know what that means. Second pitch. About the same, ball 2. And hey, that is not instant replay. No, it's the exact same pitch again, ball 3. Come on, Larry. You can throw the ball better than that. Reach the plate. Throw it farther and higher. And I did. About 6 feet over the catcher's head. Ball 4. I was devastated. The catcher threw the ball back to me, but I missed it. Since no one else was paying attention, it rolled out into the outfield, so the batter ran to second. Finally, the outfielder ran in, picked up the ball, and threw it to me. I missed it, and as the ball rolled past the first baseline, the batter ran to third. The first baseman got the ball, threw it to me. What a surprise. I missed it again, The better ran home, 1-0 Cudworth. The coach came out, put me in left field. The catcher took off his equipment, became our pitcher. The second baseman became the catcher, and the previous left fielder went to second. Turns out the catcher was also a pretty good pitcher. No one could hit him. Unfortunately, we couldn't hit their pitcher either. We lost the game 1-0. Oh, well, a real close one. We were out of the tournament. Coach said we all played well, but none of the other kids would even look at me. I went home and had a decent meal and a Pepsi. Hurley's finger never healed properly, so he just stopped coming out. I remember a few other random games, me in left field without a comic book. In the following year, I didn't even try out for the team. Just spent the rest of my sports career playing bat and ball and 500.
Sporty Sporkison here with more live coverage of the Walcott kids playing a game of 500. Fedoruk amazingly up to 400 points, mostly on grounders. He needs one fly ball for the window, and there it is, heading right for his glove. And it's off his head and into the glove of Rolly Messner. What a play!
I Was 8 is a weekly storytelling podcast written, produced, and voiced by Larry Fedoruk.
Larry Fedoruk, that's Fedoruk, can be reached at larryfedoruk37@gmail.com.